What is going on, everyone? We're here at Adventureland in Iowa. It's in, I believe, Altoona. I had to look that up to make sure. It's in the Des Moines area, just on the northeast side of the city. They got a few coasters here. We got 3 wooden coasters, 2 CCIs, and 1 PTC. We got a Hopkins Looper. I've never heard of the manufacturer Hopkins before, so that'll be interesting. And we got a Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. And there's a spinner too, but that Infinity coaster, monster. The first ever Infinity coaster in the United States. The second one was Hang Time. Those are the only 2. So I will have ridden both of the United States ones. I've done Hang Time already. This one actually looks better than Hang Time, I think, but we'll see. Looking forward to it. I'll get around that opening area there. Nothing spectacular there as far as visual entrance goes, but then you come in here. This looks nice. Got the carousel in the middle. I think the entryway should have just come straight into this. Maybe it's a good reveal. And the spinning coaster I referenced is the Phoenix, and yeah, it just opened a few weeks ago. So I'll do that first. That's pretty low capacity. The Gerstlauer Infinity coaster is definitely low capacity, which will be an issue here on a Saturday. A lot of Infinity coasters have the 4-row seatings, and this one only has 2 rows, so only 8 people per train, unlike the normal 16. So, yeah, I may not get as many rides on it as I hope, but I'm sure I'll get on it. Just rode Phoenix, the spinning coaster. It's fairly new, just a few weeks ago came out. So it's a smooth ride. I waited less than half of this because I headed straight here. So because it's a new ride and because it's low capacity and because it's a family coaster, this is going to get a long line. So come here first. Oh, there's a sign. I was wondering. Got the vertical lift hill and the beyond vertical drop. It's well over 100 feet. And something in here is called the finish loop, whatever that is. That must be this. Oh, Hang Time. Oh yeah. This is gonna be good. Dive loop there. Oh my goodness, I already like this more than Hang Time and I haven't even been on it. Oh my goodness, I just rode Monster. I rode it twice, both times in the front row. This thing is amazing. This is by far and away the best Gerstlauer I have ridden. I've done Hang Time, Daredevil Dive, and Tantrum. This utterly slaughters all 3 of them. This is amazing. That crazy airtime, typical of a Gerstlauer with those beyond vertical drops. But this is the tallest one of those I've done. Even though Hang Time is taller, it has the hold up there. Hang Time does. This one doesn't. There's the finish loop. Lots of great Hang Time on that. Yeah, Hang Time at Knott's Berry Farm doesn't have much Hang Time. It's got the 1 moment. This has a lot of Hang Time on it. Coming up here, you get some Hang Time. And then on the final inversion here, you get more Hang Time. But that finish loop right there, that has got to be the best Hang Time I've ever experienced on any coaster. One thing I didn't notice, you got these dinosaurs here in the middle. I know I saw a raptor in there somewhere, a velociraptor, during the ride. Oh, there he is over on the left. So I guess it sticks with the monster theme with the dinosaur monsters. Yeah, it's a Saturday, so it is busy. I knew it would be. Waited 20 minutes the first time. The line had more than doubled by the time I had gotten back in line. Waited about 45 minutes. Actually, probably less than that because I got to skip a lot of the line because I was a single rider. Got to move way up. But this right here, I thought we were upside down. That is not an inversion over there. This has got to be the longest Gerstlauer, Eurofighter, or Infinity coaster in North America. And the sky ride goes right in between. I gotta do a sky ride just to get those views. And since I'm reviewing the park, check out those prices. That is very reasonable for an amusement park. Just rode the underground. It was about a 30-minute wait. Not too bad. It's a family coaster for sure. It's barely a coaster. You're just kind of meandering through at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. I don't think it even hits 10 miles an hour top speed. So if you're thinking of like Lost Coaster or Superstition Mountain at Indiana Beach, no, this is not it. This is much tamer, but it's got some cool theming through it. It's an actual themed roller coaster. Not anything Disney level, of course, but yeah, for an amusement park, pretty good. But definitely not any kind of a thrill. It has lap bars, but you don't need them. It is a wood coaster. It's got 2 small lift hills, and you just kind of gently coast throughout, passing some theming along the way. A couple water effects, doesn't get you very wet, just a sprinkle. About to get in line for Tornado, PTC wooden coaster.
Oh, I thought you said yeah. I was like,
No. Rode Tornado, which, despite the name, it is not a twisting coaster. It is an out and back, and it's not a very long ride. Not too tall, not too fast, but it's definitely above family coaster standards. It has the buzz bars. Certainly not as small as those buzz bar coasters at like Kings Island, Kings Dominion, and those Carowinds, Canada's Wonderland, but it kind of felt more like a family coaster. The airtime is not very strong. I sat towards the back, sat in the next to last row, which I figured would be the best row. It's smooth in that row. I don't know about there's three rows per car, so the front and back row of each car could be rough, but the middle seat was fine. Dragon's line is spilling out onto the midway too, but once you get inside, it's not terribly long. Got a couple of these Iron Rattler like switchbacks along the side, longer than Iron Rattlers, but there's only a couple of them, and of course this straightaway here. But again, one train ops, and this one can only seat 20 people per train, so it'll move rather slow, but not too bad. Could be worse. I've waited longer for like Steel Vengeance, but of course that's like way better than this. So this is Dragon, just got off it. And what the RMC pre-lift section there? Some little bunny hills before the lift hill. This is a Hopkins Looper. Never heard of them before. But it was a pretty fun ride. I like that more than Tornado. It's quite jerky. In fact, I think the jerkiest part is before the lift hill. Leading into the lift hill was pretty jerky. But these loops are very forceful. You got a helix one way, then a helix another way. That's also forceful and jerky. And that's it. Short ride, but it's fun. So we got that little RMC pre-lift section with the little bunny hills. We got the B&M pre-drop. And then we got the Schwarzkopf double loop. Like Shockwave at Six Flags Over Texas, their double loop. I'd say this might actually, these double loops might actually be even more forceful than Shockwave's. Now these double loops don't look as circular as the Schwarzkopf loops, but they were still very forceful. I had no idea we had those RMC pre-lift bunny hills until we were going on it. Alright, and the final coaster credit I need to pick up at this park is Outlaw. CCI wooden coaster. It's a twister. And again, what the RMC pre-lift section? I just rode Outlaw, so that completes this park. Got on all 6 coasters, at least one time each. Twice on Monster. I gotta go back and do this one again. This is definitely the second best in the park. It's got those buzz bars, great CCI Woody. I rode in the front row. And then into the twister section. It's not as good as Cornball Express at Indiana Beach. That's what I had most related to, especially with those buzz bars. But it's definitely nowhere near as good as Cornball. But it's still good. Had some decent airtime and laterals, but nowhere near as wild and out of control as Cornball Express feels. So if you don't like Cornball Express, you might like this one because it's a tempered down version of it. If you really like Cornball Express, you'll still like this, but just not as much. And just as I thought, I rode in the back, and it's definitely more aggressive. Still not to Cornball Express levels, but it's more aggressive than the front.
All the way around. Come on, everybody, he can hear you way up there.
Yeah, I should be miserable. The park is extremely packed. But I've done 8 roller coaster rides, got on all 6 coasters, and haven't waited more than 40 minutes for any of those rides, despite how crowded it is here. So, yeah, it's hard to complain about that. Saturday on in the summer, you gotta expect big crowds. You're going to any park on a Saturday in the summer. A little more crowded than I thought it would be, but the lines are about what I thought they would be. So, yeah, not bad. Can't complain. And I'm really impressed with the park. It's really pretty. Rides are kind of mediocre other than Monster, but hey, they're still good. Nothing bad. So I've done 2 Eurofighters, 2 Infinity coasters, and none of them have had the over-the-shoulder restraints that I don't like. They've all been lap bars. And this Infinity coaster, unlike the one at Knott's Berry Farm, does not have the seat belts. You don't need the seat belts on it, but Knott's Berry Farm puts it in anyway. That's a Cedar Fair thing. That's why they put them on the B&M Hypers and Gigas also, when they don't need them.
Please follow the directions my assistants give. Any personal items can be left right.
What, the Kentucky Kingdom? I thought I was in Iowa. Oh, this is Storm Chaser. So then the question is, what about the value of the park? What you got out of it for what you paid for it? That was a busy day, sure, but still, I paid $10 for parking, and there is a $2 discounted coupon that you can get if you're an ACE member. And so with that, I paid $43 for admission. It's normally $45, saved a whole $2 with the ACE discount. At the gate, there's no, that is tax included, no fees. If you do it online, there's probably going to be fees. So that's why I just did it at the gate. And for $53, I'd say that's a fair price for what I got out of it. Without Monster, I would have felt like it was a little bit overpriced. It's got a good atmosphere, nice vibe to it. Even if it's really busy and you don't get to ride as much as you hope, it's still a great place to be. Can't say that about every park I've been to. You know which one I'm referring to, but still, even with it being real busy, say $53, fair price. Especially with Monster. And the lights turn red. Got a red heartbeat as you're going up the lift hill. even if you're not riding it, it's fun to just watch this coaster go, especially at night. I didn't do this a lot with Hang Time because I was busy riding it or riding some other things. But here, once you got all the coaster credits, you pretty much, at least for me, pretty much just stayed here the rest of the time.